Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How's it going? With the drop of Devil Trigger in the background, I'd like to invite you all to come on down, bring some food, some drink, whatever you got, to enjoy the finals of the, I think this is the Dutch Student League? Or, help me out here, Emra.
Yeah, it's a DSL.
Dutch Student League, there you go. This is Zephyr will be playing. I believe the team is, what team is it? Zephyr Pumbaa?
Absolutely not. This is Leviathan.
Leviathan! I'm bad at
TSEA
words.
Link.
It's Leviathan versus Linked. I'm sorry, Zephyr peeps. I should be representing you guys better, but I am bad at that. Alright, exclamation mark title, DSL finals, Zephyr, Leviathan versus TSEA. Oh, well, he already changed it. There you go. TSEA 1 tricks. Okay, let's head over, change everything. I'm here with, of course, with Emra. Emra, introduce yourself.
I am Emre, and known as endlessly, playing for Zephyr Atlas, who is pretty much disbanded at this point.
Rip.
Rip Atlas. And today we're gonna watch a very nice game of League of Legends. I'm excited for it. New patch, new stuff.
Absolutely.
So the losing team can basically blame the patch, and that's that, right?
I mean, they're basically immune to all forms of criticism.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's beautiful. We can take a quick look here at the... Let me just go on website. Window. Let's take a look at... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, for some reason I can't... Oh, there we go. Multi-search. Done. Alright, we can take a quick look at the draft. Not all the draft, but at the players on the screen. You see here the... Oh, stream's looking great. And the spectator link is right there. Anyway, so you can take a look at... This is what a Zephyr is dealing with. And now you can no longer take a look because it's now something entirely different. Alright, we have planned this out very well, don't worry.
You're leaking the OP.GGs. It's a secret.
Oh, what? I mean, they're going to watch the game. Alright, I'll have to keep the audio up. Devil Trigger, fantastic song from Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, we're getting a lot of viewers already, so that's good to see.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to see. I mean, it's a big game. I hope you all are ready for the exciting performance. Everyone in chat, is the audio quality good? Is sound quality good? Is my voice as silky smooth as always? Is Emra sounding as sexy as ever? It's up to you guys in chat to tell us. Definitely yes. Hyper Bubbles, hello. Yes to all of them. Heck yeah. Everyone's excited. I have my whiskey with me here. And I mean, I always take a nice glass before an exciting game. And the draft has commenced, so let's take a look at the bands. First, a Garen band. That's how you know shit's about to go down. Let's go and put the proper songs up.
Not a champion that you would see in a 5v5 game, but this guy has been spamming Garen. Lots of Garen games, so yeah, why not just get rid of it? Also a well-deserved Shaco ban, by the way, because Shaco support can be crazy. Extremely annoying.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds fancy.
Whiskey, brother.
Okay, cheers on
nice
that. I have coffee, so...
Tanmavulin Sherry Cask Edition Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. But... Let's go back to the game.
Yeah, so I'm surprised about one thing. I see no Anivia ban. If anyone knows Frost Joker, his Anivia is extremely scary, and it's also one of the best mages in the game right now. So I would not be surprised if they pick it up right away. I'm actually really surprised it's not banned in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we can take a look
have
here real
answered.
quick. Anivia currently a 50% win rate with a 3 KDA. Taking a look at the OP.GG's, although the stats are missing for Frostjoker, but his Anivia is scary. And they missed out on the ban.
Yeah, so what happens is they clicked on the support icon, which then basically invalidates your draft. You have to go back to the link. So they banned Kale apparently.
Kale.
And Leviathan picks up Senna. Yes, Kale is banned.
Alright, for everyone there. Everyone watching, Kale is currently banned, so that is why they're not picking it. There's a lot of conversation happening in the chat. Okay, there, everything's broken for TSEA link. We're gonna have to redo this draft, everybody. But you know, it's a Zephyr stream. Something's bound to go wrong.
Yeah, we'll remake the draft and we'll just continue from the Senna pick, because like that's probably the most fair thing to do in this scenario.
Yep.
About the Senna, it's one of the other picks that I think is pretty much broken this patch. Combine it with the Seraphine, Tom Kench, Wukong, and it's basically guaranteed to just break Havoc because it's more difficult to punish.
Dude, everything is all over the place. I'm sorry. We have a new draft for you guys. Thank you for being patient. There we go. Let's see if it fixed. Okay, we're starting from scratch again. Continue, Emma. Sorry.
Wait, I need to make sure that I have the right link soon. Let me start off with that before I continue. Blue.
If we lose, I blame Patch. I mean, that's the plan both teams have decided to take on.
Yeah, some flaming going on about the support tab.
Absolutely.
Most frustrating thing ever as a support player, I must say. I hate it.
Or just use the other drafting thing.
Yeah, but like while I'm in the draft, you know, I like to look at like the support picks as a support player, and then you get that issue. Anyway, let's focus on the draft because they're going very fast. We are past the Senna pick. The Senna pick, I think, probably the strongest thing right now for the bot lane. I doubt you can punish that. Shyvana also extremely strong, can be played in the jungle and top lane. And as I said, the Anivia pick, which is also top tier. And from Frostjoker, I mean, I don't see him losing the game anymore at this point.
Yeah,
he is
you
on
let
his
the one
best
trick.
champion. Exactly, and it's like super good this patch. I don't know how they're gonna deal with the Anivia already. It's just gonna be crazy.
I mean, I would proclaim you pick some super powerful assassin in the mid lane to burst Anivia down constantly, but
won't work. Not this patch. Assassin's garbage tier. Not gonna work.
Okay.
Anivia has an egg. She's not gonna die.
Anivia has an egg, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how it goes. Like an assassin is not gonna do anything anymore at this point of the game. Control mages are good though. The Malzahar, I'm not sure. I feel like it doesn't have the range to deal with an Anivia, but we're gonna have to see.
It does have the lockdown potential late game. You are securing yourself a bit of safety to like I said, lock people down. Shyvana is going to be in the jungle as the Malphite pick does come up. Of course, it could be Malphite jungle, as terrible as that is. But
I mean, I'm a big fan of Malphite, but not as a blind pick. I feel like you can punish it way too hard if it's being blinded. You can play Vladimir into it. There are just so many AP picks and champions that you can play into it that it just, in my opinion, invalidates the pick. But yeah, so the Malzahar pick, as you said, I think like Liandry's mages are good this patch simply because resistances went up, HP went up. Exactly, tanks are a bit better, tankiness. So the burn does a bit more damage, so that's value. I do like the Malzahar pick. I'm not really sure how the matchup in the mid lane goes though. I think, yeah, basically Anivia will have more prio early, and after that, after a while, they both can get prio. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Anivia will probably clear the wave a bit faster.
And we do see here the bans coming out. What's it called? The Tom Kench ban, pretty good coming here because Tom Kench set a very strong combo in the bot lane, and Gwen in general very strong pick, especially against Malphite. Tristana and Kog'Maw being banned out. Two very, very strong hyper carries with, some potential. Thresh being picked out now. I guess they're leaving the ADC for last pick. Not usually what you see, but I suppose they're confident enough with their Malphite and Shyvana picks to get it done.
I think the main reason is that they're maybe scared that they don't know what they're gonna pair with the Senna. So, for example, if they would pick something beefy like a Sion maybe or a Wukong, you could maybe sneak in a Vayne or something. Which I actually don't even think it's that good in the matchup.
Silas.
It gives him a few options. Silas will go to the top lane, probably to counter the Malphite. This is what I meant with, you can counter Malphite pretty easily, and they did not ban the Silas. Very nice pickup. I think Malphite is not going to have a great time against that. And I'm very interested to see what they're going to pair the Senna with. A set would be amazing. I think that's probably back on the menu right now. Used to be a very good combo. Hasn't been on the menu for a while, but with this patch, I think set is definitely a bit more durable, which makes the champion a bit better. And I don't see any ADC that can deal with this.
The Vayne pick is coming out, though, to round it out. And I did see in chat from Mesh, the Trundle angle. I thought I actually kind of like Trundle here. You do get to grab from Malphite his all of his passive armor. It would have been pretty cool, but Set also pretty great against Malphite going tanky, Thresh generally tanky, Shyvana once she's in ultimate also really tanky, and I do think this could be either AP or AD Shyvana, but I'm thinking more on the side of AD because Anivia and Malphite already have that AP damage that you possibly need. You need something more bruiserish, more frontliney in these fights. So I think Shyvana's going AD. What do you think?
From what I've seen, Shyvana indeed goes AP/tanky. For some reason, she's pretty strong. I can't really put my finger on why she's strong. But yeah, she suddenly is just a champion. And it's not the one-shot AP build. As I predicted, they did pick up the Vayne. Now, I do think in the laning phase, Set Senna is probably still stronger. But if the Vayne gets out of lane untouched, that might be a champion that's difficult to deal with at the later stages. Especially if Set is unsupported, you're not gonna be able to fight the Vayne without your flash. And this patch especially, it's also just it's a good champion. Spikes hard in the mid game, does really well.
Absolutely, and I mean, they basically have all stages of the game covered. Early game is rocky, perhaps, for the side of TSEA Link 1 tricks, but certainly not as bad as it could be. I mean, Malphite strong, relatively strong early, unfortunately not against Silas. Silas is fine. Shyvana, decently fast circle clear, not as fast as Hecarim though, so Hecarim is going to have the advantage in the early to get to early fights and maybe try to take over the game early before anything bad can happen in the late game, or at least before the game reaches late, because Anivia goes late, absolutely destroys. Vayne late game destroys Shyvana. I haven't tried out that tanky AP build as you suggested. I think it's the one with
I think it's AD though. I don't think it's you mean it's Shyvana, right?
Yeah, Shyvana.
Yeah, you do get the thing. What's it called?
You go Frostfire and then Demonic Embrace, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the build.
Yeah, AP.
Yeah, it's a little bit of AP, I guess. It's not that much AP. But yeah, I think game plan wise, you're right. I think both teams actually both junglers just want to full clear. The mid laners want to just push and farm, not do much. I think we're gonna see the most aggression from the Senna Set, honestly, because Set inherently is just an aggressive champion. And maybe the Silas can take over the matchup. I believe that Malphite wins in the early stages, but there comes a point where the Silas just will roll over the Malphite. I believe it maybe after level 9 or something. Not sure if it takes that long. But yeah, in general, both teams are just gonna farm up, and we're gonna definitely see the late game. I think in this game, I think it's gonna be difficult for them to progress before that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Silas, though, the second grab 6, is going to steal that ulti from Malphite and look to roam maybe go on this Anivia here. You are right, much more tanky now due to the update. But I don't think tanky enough to really survive a full burst combo from Silas and Malzahar combined.
Yeah, Silas can definitely start shoving and roaming after a certain point, and he should also definitely do that. Be proactive by stealing the ultimate. Will you stream the game on Discord for me?
I will. I'm about to do that.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 minutes before we're heading to the game. Remember, there is a delay, but there is no delay in the stream. So, chat, if you guys wish to talk about anything, say anything you desire, we'll be right here with you answering your questions. Just pop it over to the chat, and you'll be good. Mesh says, Vayne is good here, but doesn't Senna fuck her lane? It is certainly a possibility. I don't play ADC, so I won't know much about that.
So basically, Senna's and Set are definitely more aggressive in the laning phase. But if the Vayne and the Thresh can somehow find a good all-in on the Senna, the Vayne will win because he simply has more consistent damage. But yeah, in general, I would say Set Senna is supposed to win. Because they're more durable, do way more damage, also have a better all-in. They can play much more aggressive. But the question is, are they going to be able to do that? Because the human decoy is not known to play very aggressively, and yeah, Set is a champion that you're kind of supposed to play aggressively. If you don't, you're not making the most out of that champion. And you're basically just guiding the Senna to the game. But yeah, then the question arises, sure, Senna's skill is really good as well, but is that something you want, right? I think you want to maximize your chances in the laning phase here.
Yeah.
So I'm very surprised to see that they go with this route, and yeah, I can't wait to see him play the champion, see if he's going to be able to perform on it or not.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of priority, which lanes are going to get ganked the most, I'd like to say that Hecarim will probably try to stick towards mid lane more than bot lane, because I know that Senna and Set, very aggressive, can push very quickly. So it'll be a bit more difficult to gank that lane, whereas in mid lane, Anivia, I guess Malzahar pushes quite well as well, so will he focus up top lane? Because it seems like it's not really that necessary.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is that they're going to prioritize basically full clearing, and then secondly, I think they can, we'll have to look for bot side, because that's basically the place where they can play aggressive. And at the same time, I think for Shyvana, it's just important that their bot lane doesn't fall behind too much.
Yeah.
Right? You want to get your Vayne out of the laning phase, get her to 2 items so she can carry the team fight. Does mean that Malphite might struggle a little bit in the top lane at the later stages, but yeah, I mean, you've basically blinded the Malphite and sealed your fate there, so I think he's not going to play for the Malphite. I think very early on the draft, they already made the decision to basically say, hey, you're on your own, good luck.
Absolutely. Well, we're about to find out how the teams will do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is game 1 of TSEA TSEA Link 1 Tricks versus Zephyr Leviathan in the DSL Grand Finals. Let's turn off the music, because I know it pisses off some people, mainly the editor.
So a second thing, maybe this is something that we put up to vote, but do we want another guest caster? I have Zedrada here that's asking if he should join.
I think 3 people casting is maybe too much.
Okay. So
I think that if he wants to come in, share some comments next game, he's more than happy to, but 3 people casting is very hectic. I'm terribly sorry. Studada. Any viewing room enjoyers? I mean, we are currently in the viewing room. Casting. Yeah, if you'd like to join in,
room as a hostage, sorry for that.
If you'd like to come in to the viewing room, you're more than welcome. However, we please ask you to the Leviathan living room. My bad. Now I should put the summoner name. There we go. And I need to restore defaults for interface. Because I think I have the Zephyr. No? Uh-oh, that's concerning. Hold on.
Oh, what's going on?
There we go. We have this beauty. Let's put objective timers. It seems like the game was paused. And by paused, I mean I paused it. There we go. Let's put the time controls off. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our very own Zephyr HUD that doesn't fit because the HUD is don't worry. Absolutely. I can't zoom out. No, I can't zoom out. Exactly. This is a third-person game now. Absolutely. Some shenanigans on the. It's Control Shift. I'm not crazy, right? Or is it Control Shift Z? Oh, it's Control Shift Z. Okay, I missed a key. There we go. We have it zoomed out here so you can have a better POV. We starting off with just a fan out. Nothing too special. No, nothing crazy like an invade or anything. But it seems like both junglers will be starting topside. Yeah, like we said, bot side is going to be where the most important part is because they're going to want to try to keep the bot side alive as much as they can. So hold on. I think I have you muted. Give me a second. No, you should be back now. Can you say something?
I'm back. Hopefully I'm
Oh,
back.
you're so loud. Okay.
Okay.
Fixed.
Sorry guys. Fixed? Okay, so
Okay, it should be
I can
fixed.
talk again. Amazing. All right, so yeah, as expected, both junglers gonna full clear to the bot side, and I think with the new patch, we're gonna see a pretty slow game. I don't expect a lot of action happening in the top side or in the mid.
We do
Unless
have,
we're
of
gonna
course.
see some Anivia shenanigans, right? I mean, he is on his champion, so if there's someone who's gonna
True.
look for like a solo kill, is gonna do something cool, I do expect it to be the Anivia, but who knows? It's still a control mage matchup, so I mean, as long as the Malzahar doesn't do anything crazy, he should just be able to wave clear after level 6.
Yep, very true. We see here Senna and Set being super aggressive. Although Set getting hooked here and flayed back into the turret. Takes some damage. Uses W, pays back just as much damage as he took straight to the vein and Thresh. They're even right now, but yeah, that aggression is certainly mounting. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, stun landed on Malzahar and the Q damage. When you're frostbite like that, I think it's called frostbite, or chilled, I suppose. When you're chilled like that, those Qs, they hit for massive amounts of damage. That is not what you like to see.
Yeah, I think that Malzahar should just play safe, right? You really want to
Absolutely.
get level 6 so you can actually get enough pushing power and then just not really interact with the Anivia. If you die
Yeah,
here, you could have a really rough laning phase.
and that's the last thing
Yeah,
you want.
exactly, exactly.
If
He does
this,
have to
yeah,
teleport though, so he has a get out of jail free card. And about the Set getting hooked there, yeah, you see the power of Set. He doesn't care, you know,
I
he's
think Hecarim,
tanky.
I think Hecarim could have just gone in there and killed the Shyvana. No, okay, we see the
Okay,
smite being taken. He's going on the Shyvana. She's going low. That's a flash already
payback time.
used.
Payback time. I
Okay,
mean,
going underneath the turret. He's been exhausted. That's a shield given by the
oh.
Thresh, and that's a first blood. Kind of into what's going on here, Zephyr. Meanwhile, in the
You
mid lane, flash thrown out and a Q hit on the Malzahar. This is not how you wanted to start this game.
Yeah, so the exact thing happening here that we were discussing, like you should not try to trade with the Anivia, you know, you cannot die in this lane. You shouldn't die in this lane. Just get some levels and then you'll be fine. The second thing happening, yeah, I mean, Mr. Snappa's scuttle got taken, and he's just sending the message like, no one can take my scuttle. I'm gonna try to kill you. I don't care if there is a tower. So yeah, that should set the tone for this game. Don't mess with his scuttle.
Yes,
He
indeed.
will end for it. He will end for it.
He was, well, he just did.
Exactly.
And it might cost them quite a bit because now the Shyvana is ahead, and this Anivia also in the mid lane. I got a correction from an avid fan. It is Anivia's E that does the massive damage. My apologies. I believe her Q is the stun, which I guess it is true. Her Q did also land because we saw at the beginning of that engage, Malzahar got stunned. Shyvana going in for the invade here, feeling cocky with both buffs up, thanks to the Hecarim dying, is going to go pretty deep for this. I think Malzahar should rotate now to deal with it.
So I
They're
think
starting to
the
fight, but the
smite
damage.
landed again, and yeah, I mean she got the camp. She's gonna run away. I feel
Malzahar?
like Leviathan here is a little bit disrespecting. They're gonna try to collapse here.
Seems to be the case. Silas coming in, but no E ready for up. Now it's knocked up. Damage silenced. Now that's taken down. Silas now has both buffs, though. The buffs are still alive. The damage onto the Malphite is insane. Left at half HP. Will have to return back to his lane. In the mid lane, however, Anivia is level 6. This is 5 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. Incredible CS. 38 CS and the farm. And look at this. You just rotate over. You're able to take this jungle camp for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
So I mean, Mr. Snapper will write that in his book. Anivia took my Raptors, so he's gonna try to look for the Anivia for the rest of the
absolutely.
game. He will not forget that. So very nice collapse by Leviathan. Super happy they punished the Shyvana for going that deep into the jungle. And yeah, the Shyvana might be a little bit more scared now, trying to take a little bit of risk. Of course, after she hits level 6, she'll have a bit more safety to make those plays, because she can simply jump away. Yeah, happy to see that Leviathan is not giving up, fighting back, despite being behind a little bit. So
They're
we
meeting
see
here now.
them,
Yep. First
yeah,
rank is
getting the
up,
break.
and it's immediately being taken down. I mean, you're playing with a Shyvana. These objectives are crucial for you to take.
Yeah, so for the Shyvana, especially does like the dragons. I'm not sure if she still benefits, like she gets extra resistances from the drakes, or if they've removed that.
Yes, she does.
She does? Okay, cool. So
That's like her entire kit, bro.
definitely good for the Shyvana to be able to get that Drake, especially because they have a weak side bot side. So this Drake shouldn't have been the case. So very nice from Link that they're able to coordinate that by simply saying, hey, you know, that bot lane reset it. We have a little bit of time here to take the Drake.
Yeah. We see here Shyvana is up here in the top side, and Silas is getting kind of aggressive here. Close to the turret. Malphite has 6, can jump in if need be. He's just stalling it out. Shyvana also has 6. This is massive for them. That's the ultimate coming in. The E goes out, and the damage is there. Malphite takes the kill on DL Ninja. Another kill for TSEA Link One Tricks.
Yeah, so that's the advantage of playing the Malphite, right? Amazing setup for your jungler, and they abuse that really well. So I do like to see that, right? Just as Malphite hits level 6, go gank him right away. So that's very nice skill. Like yeah, he couldn't even blink and he was basically dead. Another interesting thing to see is that the Senna is opting to go for crit, giving the team that they play against. I'm not sure if it's the correct choice or not, but I mean it sounds pretty nice. They're gonna face a Malphite, of course. It's gonna be a tanky boy, so the extra damage will help here.
Sorry about that.
You see some aggression here in the bot lane. Trash is walking up too far and gets punished for that. Very nice.
Yes. I mean, I think you go for the crit here mostly because everyone is getting more tanky. You're going to go for the Kraken Slayer, the Lord's Dominance Regards probably, just to be able to burn through everything. And they come really close to the turret, get flayed back into range. Senna taking some turret shots, is able to go out under the guise of her E. The Curse of the Black Mist. The Black Mist protecting her, of course, her Shroud, keeping her Pamit safe.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sad that the Hecarim isn't bot side right here. I mean, this is an opportune moment to look for a dive, but that moment is already gone.
I mean, they're going for it anyway. The ult goes out. Showstopper. Right there. Senna takes the turrets. W onto Vayne, but that's not really doing much. The ult comes out onto Vayne. Vayne's about to go down. 1 HP left, and she does die, but Senna and Set will both lose their lives. Thresh stays alive. The Shyvana is right there. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, I do love the aggression, but going for the 2v2 dive here, simply, if you're gonna dive, you need to make sure that their jungler is not bot lane,
Mm.
and they did not know where Shyvana was. So you don't want to make that play then, right? Or you need your own jungler to be there as well, or you need to know for sure that their jungler cannot come there. Otherwise, like a nice aggressive play. Yeah, too bad that the timing was a little bit off. And I also think in this lane, they don't have to take that much risk, right? Like you don't want to
No.
accidentally feed kills into the vein, because that could mean, yeah, basically be a death sentence for the rest of the game.
Yes, indeed. I mean, oh, right here in the mid lane, Malzahar getting absolutely destroyed. The ulti comes out, but the E does so much damage.
Boom!
That's an Anivia one-trick playing Anivia. Wow. Okay, we need to go back to the interface real quick because now it's set to champion names, and I don't like that. There we go.
Yeah, I think if there's a second game, I think that if there will be a second game, I do think Anita will get banned. I
Oh, they
mean,
have to.
yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure why it's open. It's one of those things that you see once and then you never see it again. And you can definitely see that, yeah, it's Leviathan's virgin moment here for the Frost Joker and Evia. Once and once only. They will never forget from this point on.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, not that much stuff going on for the rest. I would have loved a little bit more jungler interaction. I feel like they're just full clearing, but they're not really trying to impact the map as much. I'm still missing some action from the Hecarim.
DL
Like, what
Ninja.
is his game plan?
Mikey cut out here. Jackie's in the area. DL Ninja will have to E over the wall here to get safe, or
Malphite ultimate
playing
away is also
kind of
fine.
cocky.
Yeah. That's fine. He has the E, he has the Malphite ultimate as a backup, and yeah, they will just also lose this Rift Herald right now, and I feel like the Hecarim is simply not really looking for a cross-map play. Is one behind the whole time now.
Oh, in the middle. Dark Skills about to get killed by Frostjoker. Again, the E does come out for the second time. The Flash does have to get committed. But the burn from the Leandries comes through. Mr. Snappa himself loses half his health. They're unable to do anything against Frostjoker. Burns a Flash, sure, but that's a 3-0 Anivia right now. Your Malzahar is dead useless.
Yeah, I feel like at this point you're gonna have to try and force something bot lane. That's the only lane that potentially can still win and be a threat this game. Mid lane is basically done. I wouldn't
yeah,
look
the Herald
past
comes
that
out here.
anymore.
Mr. Snappa, oh no, the wall from Anivia, he's just gone.
Yeah, Frost Joker styling here.
W back in from the Thresh. Showstopper from Human Decoy does save himself just a little bit. Has to burn quite a bit to get out of there, but he is safe. No Flash, no Showstopper means they can't team fight, and this is a free dragon. I mean, the jungle's down anyway, and it is a Shyvana. This game is going great for TSEA. I guess one tricks.
Link.
TSEA.
TSEA. Exactly. Yeah, so I think they're a bit in a pickle right now. The mid lane being down basically means that the Anivia is going to have permanent prio for the rest of the game, which will make it more difficult for Leviathan to make plays in the side lanes. And yeah, TSA Link is basically going to have better vision over the map now around that mid lane, which means that they can spot the Hecarim and prevent any plays from, happening in the bot or top side. Hecarim still, yeah, posturing top side, but is also just opting to clear here. Yeah, we see that the bot lane from Leviathan has prio, but it's just simply unable to really do anything with that. Like, they're definitely stronger, but yeah, they're not really able to transfer that into something as a team. They lost to 2 Drakes despite having the stronger bot side here. And it's looking a little bit grim.
Yeah, you say stronger bot side. We take a look at the cash right now. They're almost behind. The goal difference is made up with Set having more cash right now, but Human Decoy isn't able to really do much with his cash increase. He went for the Gore Drinker build, so a lot more tank in these team fights instead of the Stridebreaker you see sometimes, pushing it in. What am I saying? Pushing it in, going for picks. You Stridebreaker someone, they can't escape. You're able to ult them properly back. all that jazz. No, looking for survivability in these fights, which makes sense. Fights, after all, are going to be longer in this patch. So,
Yeah, but you have to Senna for that. I do think it's a mistake. Because you can see right now as well, the set isn't able to constantly go in and fight. Instead, like he's playing, has to keep his distance a little bit more. So I think a Strike Breaker is definitely a better option, or yeah, even something more tanky, right? He just needs to engage, protect the Senna.
hold on to that thought, because there's a battle here up in the top lane as the ult comes out from Jackie and is able to get the kill onto DL Ninja, who did steal the ult and went out of there, but wasn't able to fully escape it. E did too much damage. The burn from red buff. Meanwhile, here in the bot lane, there's another fight. Frost Joker is caught out by Mr. Snappa. Mr. Snappa is alone here, has to use his ultimate to escape right now, and it's a human decoy. Use the ulti, slams him into East Goblin and Frost Joker. East Goblin's on the run. Low HP. The flash comes in from Dark Skills. Ult onto the Anivia, but she survives. At least that's one down on the Vayne. Anivia still alive. The egg is popped now, but can they kill her in time? Not really, as Mr. Snappa is too low. Can she escape? Q goes out, flashed over from Senna, and Senna gets the shutdown. J-Falol.
Yeah, very happy with this play by Leviathan. They do realize that the Shyvana makes a play top side, and boom, they immediately force bot side. That's what I want to see. There's cross map plays. Be ready to pull the trigger as soon as you can. Very nice play. Get a shutdown. This definitely gets them back into the game a little bit.
Absolutely. I'm very impressed with that play. Instantly, they knew what they needed to do. They saw the Shyvana push the turret, took the kill, had to go behind tier 2s to get it, but that shutdown was priceless. And it goes straight to J-Falol, the Senna, who on this back should be able to reset for a beautiful Kraken Slayer. 2.5k gold in the bank. You know, it seems like everyone is grouping up here towards bot side. They're gonna, you know, if my platinum macro is anything to go by, which probably not, they're probably gonna try to look for this push in bot lane to make it even. Although here, Jackie has her ultimate up. Oh, sorry, his ultimate up. Shyvana has her ultimate up.
So what Leviathan should play for is that Drake in a minute. That's the most important
Jackie?
thing.
Okay, going in against 3 people. Is able to find the kill. Just about. Was a very, very arduous kill to get, but the flash, and she's out. Or he's out, sorry. I keep on talking about the champions' names. Champions' genders, not the players. Oops.
Yeah. Despite that, she did use quite a lot, and more action going on.
Yeah, human decoy, nice ulti coming out. The Gordraker keeping him alive just a bit, but yeah, no, that's 2 deaths you expended for what? A Nivea flash? No, a Nivea flash, Shyvana flash.
So I think the Senna death doesn't even matter that much. She would have been in time to contest the Drake, but the set also dying now means that they basically have to forfeit the 3rd Drake, and that is never a spot that you want to be in, because that puts TSEA Link on soul point, and that makes the game so much more riskier, so much more difficult to win. And one thing I wanted to mention was that they have time until Vayne gets her 2-item power spike. And with the Senna now being strong, I didn't really believe that they could potentially contest a good team fight here. But now this happened, yeah, I do think that the Vayne will have time to farm her 2nd item. And then the team fights will also automatically become more difficult. So yeah, I'm mostly hopeful.
Sorry.
Yeah, we do see that cross-map play again.
Okay, he tries to go for the kill steal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unable to steal the objective, but J-Falol just barely hanging on by the skin of his teeth. The Senna ulti shield coming out beautifully in time. Human decoy isn't taken by the Thresh into his grasps. But,
so you see the
close.
durability changes right there, right?
Yeah.
The Senna surviving with 10 HP, almost the same. The same thing happened like a few minutes earlier at the bot side, but then she did die. But like these small interactions is really where you see the patch shine through. The Shyvana cannot just dive in by herself and try to kill the Senna here. It's more risky this patch.
Alright.
Meanwhile, I think the Senna is just going to gobble up some souls. Can we look at the soul count? I do believe she should have at least like 60 souls or something.
81.
80. Nice. That's very high. Of course, after 100, she's gonna max her crit, and she's gonna do yeah, a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like she actually hit her power spike pretty soon. Also has Rage Blade right now, so she should be able to dish out a lot of consistent damage in the upcoming fights. While Vayne is still trying to get her second item. Um, that being said, though, the Anivia is just a menace to deal with, so I'm not really sure how they deal with that. Uh, it also makes it, yeah, the objective fight so much more difficult because Anivia can just use her wall, her ultimate to zone off choke points, and yeah, I'm not really sure how Leviathan is gonna get to those choke points when there's an Anivia. They will probably have to find some sort of hard engage, maybe a good flank from the set.
Speaking of hard engage,
Basically notify that. Yeah.
Jackie waiting there in the bushes, just in case a Hecarim decides to walk a bit too close. You know, you can't lead a horse to a bush or something like that.
Yeah, the Shyvana also just displaying no fear this game, playing very aggressive, and it's nice to see.
Ulti goes out into the El Ninja, rooted though, thanks to the Everfrost. Will actually dive under turret for this, but the ult comes right back around. DL Ninja will take massive damage from that blast and will have to walk away. Both ultis used, but I think certainly Jackie comes out on top here. One more E will be used. Maybe DL might be able to get a kill here. Meanwhile, can't look too long because in the mid lane there's a bit of a fight. He has Human Decoy, guts low, uses W, and smashes East Goblin into the wall, but doesn't do anything about it. They're surrounded on all sides, and Snappa goes down. Bot lane, we were correct. DL Ninja did get that kill. But more importantly, right here, we have the main team force. Chafa, lol! Getting chunked down by Anivia E is brutal. As that is a near team wipe, leaving only the Silas alive, and that is Baron down. Probably.
Yeah, despite the junglers being dead here, it's a free Baron. So the Vayne was left a little bit unchecked there. The set died too fast, and after that, after there's no lockdown for the Vayne, she can just run rampant and clean up. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it looked like that Anivia was able to put down a wall and basically force a fight to happen there. Good to see though that the Stardust was able to pick up a kill. Again, the Shyvana just going for these crazy plays that don't have to.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at that fight again, shall we?
Yeah, that's cool.
With the power of technology at our hands, we can slow this down a bit. They did go over to the mid lane and put down the Herald, with only East Goblin and Dimanco there to defend. Mr. Snapper gets down low, letting the Vayne do some auto attacks. As Anivia comes in, the wall does go down, as you see here, completely separating. And Jafalol jumps, flashes to the other side. Human Decoy's left all alone, and there's nothing he can do. He decides to reinitiate back in, but there's not much damage. He ulted the Vayne. Not well known for their high HP. And at that point, they were surrounded by the Malphite. Ult does come in. A flash from the Vayne, at least burnt for seemingly no reason. This ult misses, and, well, the rest is history. They get caught out here on both sides and are unable to escape.
Yeah, it looks like they sticked around a little bit too long. Yeah, very nice collapse by TSEA Link. Being able to utilize the CC of the Malphite and the Anivia correctly. Yeah, maybe Malzahar could have TP'd a little bit earlier, but I don't think that would have really changed the outcome of this fight here. And the mid tower still standing.
And there's another fight that seems to be going up. I mean, it is Soul Point,
Drake
and
40.
Drake is really soon. Jackie has his ultimate up. Anivia is ready to transform. Mr. Snappa gets grasped, and the wall comes out. He has the ult on the wrong side of the wall. That's not how you escape, my friend. This is how you do a proper initiation, Jackie says, as he ults in and blasts up Jafalol in the back line. East Goblin takes out Human Decoy, ulting in once again. They're trying to initiate, but there's nothing to match it up. Jafalol is able to dodge out the E from the Shyvana, though. Maybe they might get another kill here as Dimanco gets down. The crazy damage coming in here from the Silas. Where have you been this entire game, my guy?
Yeah, JF Lol still tries to make the best of it, but I think he's gonna also have a really tough time here to get out. Cross Joker has his eyes on him, and okay, that's a lot of damage. That was actually much closer than I thought.
I mean, look at Anivia items.
Yeah, it's crazy. So this is
Decided to
one of
take a
the-
pit stop and grab a QSS just for the memes.
Oh, she had the QSS already pretty early on. I think it's just for the Malzahar ultimate. She's
Yeah.
so fat. Rather be safe than sorry. Like, she's actually unkillable at this point, right? With the
Riots
egg.
approved. You know?
Right? The proof.
Yeah,
So-
there's no just buy QSS or use cleanse. I don't know, just get over it.
So, like, one of the issues with the Leviathan team comp here, which I mentioned earlier, is that they don't really win the front-to-back fight anymore, right? If the Vayne is sitting in the back and the Anivia is sitting in the back, they have enough protection. They'll probably win the front-to-back. So what Leviathan had to do is try to look for a flank, maybe smash the Anivia into the front line, and then just try to kill her or make sure that she's out of position.
Okay, initiation from the El Ninja. Just I guess do we do a little trolling?
Yeah, I'm not sure either what that was. Maybe he wasn't on the same page as his team. It can happen.
I mean, he
Almost
didn't lose
everybody.
anything for it. That is just a Malzahar ulti gone. A quite useful one. But as you said, yeah, they don't win that back-to-front fight, especially when they're completely separated. Those walls from Anivia are just way too impactful in this game. And
Yeah.
for some reason, Mr. Snappa going in without... literally impossible for his team to match up with him. Just completely destroy them as another amazing initiation from both the Malphite and the Shyvana. It is a bit more... You know, Senna is separated in the backline. Was almost able to kill them all, but that's a complete team wipe.
Yeah, the red team basically has too much damage in this fight. That's why they should also have respected that.
Wow.
Just sit at your tower, hope that makes a difference. But they were never gonna win a clean 5v5. I will say though that the siege from Anivia would also have been extremely scary, and yeah, they're basically so far
Hyper
behind
bubbles.
that it's difficult to do anything about this. But a very nice game by TSEA Link, and I think we're gonna see an Anivia ban for sure.
Wow,
So,
yeah. I mean, how can you not ban Anivia after this? Look, she's about to kill Mr. Snappa again. Going in one last hurrah. Human Decoy grabbing Frost Joker, but they don't get an exit frag. That's game one going to the one tricks.
yeah, if Anivia doesn't get banned, I will eat my shoe, I think.
Do you think they won't ban it out of spite?
If they don't ban it, I think they will FF at 15 and then call it a day.
Well, you never know.
All right, it's time to ask
Oh, no,
Or-
I'm here. Hello.
invite Zedrada to the analyst desk.
Okay, Strada. Get his ass in here. His ass isn't in here. His ass is now in here.
Yeah, I heard the call over at the stream.
All
So I
right.
appeared.
Very, very well done. How what do you think about that game?
It was kind of messy. I think that Leviathan did several questionable plays, which ultimately gave DCA the upper hand. So I'm not gonna go into details about which play specifically, but Leviathan had more of a scaling type team. But they didn't really play it like one. They really tried to go for some early game plays. For example, with the Senna, there was this dive at some point, or at the top side, not waiting with the Silas for a couple levels, or even not pushing the advantage with Silas versus Malphite, since we all know that if Silas gets the advantage over on Malphite, he just always wins that side lane. It was a weird game, and I think that CA just capitalized more on the mistakes of Leviathan than actually executing their own plan.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that the Silas was a bit suspect, so to speak. Didn't really join team fights at all, and the ones that he was in were pretty decent in favor. Not the skirmishes, not really team fights. That he was in were really, really good. I mean, he is their valuable source of AP damage, some decent knockups, and definitely has the sustain for these fights. It was really a shame that he wasn't able to join them, or at least didn't join them. there were a couple fights for a few, like, not a couple fights, multiple fights, a solid 5 to 10 minute chunk of time where he was just farming up top lane, but he really needed to be in there with his team to get more value out of it. But yeah, they went for scaling comp and weren't able to scale it out. It's a shame.
Yeah, and also I really didn't like the Malzahar. Uh, the champion just doesn't do enough. That's my opinion. I think there are better things in his champion pool that he could have picked. So his coach told that, for example, he plays Victor, and I think Victor would have been much
Absolutely.
better. Even though I know the matchup from the Anivia side, and it's Anivia favorite, I think still Victor does more, even with scaling.
Yeah, I think the only reason you pick Malzahar there is to match Anivia's push, right? With his I don't know what it's called. I call it Space Aids. His damage, it does match Anivia's fast pushing, but then again, you said Victor also matches and scales way better, and it's way more impactful in fights. Way more impactful for than just, you know, a Malzahar who can press one button and kind of has to guess I'll die.
Yeah, exactly.
You can also opt to look for a little bit more range, right? So you're not really in the wall range of the Nivea. So think about the Zera,
True.
maybe.
Yeah,
Veigar.
but so the coach explained that he doesn't really play those things. I mean, you can of course first time them, but I think you'd rather pick something from the things that he does play more often. And from that pool, I think Victor was the best choice. Of course, it's a Yasuo, but you have to kind of facilitate that.
What
And
do you
you have to be good at Yasuo, of course.
What do you think
All right,
about
first
Veigar?
ban Anivia. Okay.
Oh, can we can you send the drafting link?
I mean,
didn't
you can
get
just look on
invited,
Yeah, I'm now looking stream too.
First ban.
okay, yeah, it's
First
not
ban out.
connected, right?
That is an Anivia ban. The Kindred ban. Yet again, the One Tricks, they do get their red side, so it'll be interesting to see what they draft around now that they're removing the important stuff. Instead of Anivia, what do you think this guy's gonna pull up?
Some other control mage.
Yeah.
That's all.
Fair
I'll say.
enough.
So, some control mage.
I mean, I do think that if he plays these range things like Xera's, like Ziggs, even the Zero, I think are really good right now. If he plays any of these, I think right now is the moment.
Senna ban?
Hmm?
Senna ban, so
Oh.
they considered it to be enough of a threat to remove it.
Absolutely. I think their bot lane did get smacked, right? So
Yeah.
I think the Senna is just too strong this patch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. The Kale ban once again, and we'll see the first pick. Okay, now Leviathan won a shot at the Shyvana. They're like, hey, this seems pretty good. Let's try it out ourselves, you know?
I like the pickup. I actually played a couple times with and against already, and it's just ridiculous how tanky the champion gets early on. And especially if you secure a few drakes and get those resists going, it's just you cannot peel it away.
Yeah, plus I do think it fits Mr. Snappa's game style as well. You know, going for the full clear and then look for opportunities and fights.
Yeah.
So.
And definitely with similar to Hecarim, you got those, you know, dash initiations. Kog'Maw Lulu. Right?
Okay.
Lulu? Is it going to be Lulu, do you think?
I think it will be too early.
No?
For me personally,
Follow
I
there.
personally wouldn't like it, but that's definitely something you can smack down.
I mean, it could be a mid Kog'Maw.
Kog'Maw. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
It is 100% actually.
It's going to be
They-
AP
they're gonna
Kog'Maw
flex
mid.
it. Yeah, they're gonna flex it, so they probably can also play a bot lane, but there's a very high chance it will just simply go to False Joker.
Now, do you think Leviathan's going to read this, or they're going to assume that it's bot?
It
I
could be
know.
a tough read, I think.
Yeah, Kog'Maw, we mostly see it as ADC. It is pretty good now, especially, you know, he's much more tankier, and his max HP damage does scale with those buffs. So we don't exactly know where it could be. We have the Nautilus coming out. ADC pick. Misfortune. So I think they might believe it's an ADC. If you pick... Because, like, they're not going to blind pick their entire bot comp, no?
No, it could also be a way to force the Kog'Maw mid, right? Because Misfortune Nautilus are pretty deadly against Kog'Maw and Enchanter.
Let's go, guys. You're gonna see Garen. I'm hyped up. I want to see some
Yeah,
Garen
baby,
gameplay.
Garen.
Spin
I want to
win.
see this to be. I want this to be Jungle Garen first strike with Gale Force and Essence Reaver.
Doubt.
Hey, man, you don't know until you do it, and then you never get that same high ever again of spinning on someone very quickly.
Yeah, Benjamin, you're a top laner. How do you feel about playing against Garen?
I'm not a top laner.
You're not. Oh, okay.
I'm not a top laner. I play assassins mostly in mid and jungle.
I can explain that one. He basically does nothing, and then you kind of like, he hits a certain level, and then you press his Q, spins, ignite, ults you, and you're dead, and you're like, what just happened?
Yeah, it's definitely he's biding time. The problem is he's gonna be so much tankier, so much harder to deal with. His passive is gonna be absolutely busted. We do see here the bans from Mordekaiser and Camille, the only two champs. Maybe there's a couple more champs that can reliably deal with him, but from what I've played in the top lane in my Jace one-trick adventures, Garen is really not fun to play against. You know, being able to heal up from any amount of poke he receives, and being able to kill you if he comes even close. Which he, like, no Garen is afraid of burning, like, freaking Ghost and Ignite to just jump on you. If it secures them a kill, it doesn't matter what they burn for it. We'll see what they decide to pick. Is this Kog'Maw going bot or... Okay, the Kog'Maw is bot. They picked the Galio.
Could we support Galio, though?
Yeah.
Okay, it
Sure,
could
we
be support
support
Galio. That's true.
So right now they still have many flexes open. It's I think it's very annoying to figure out what Link is playing here.
So this would be unconventional, but I would maybe play Vayne top here because TSEA Link has so many tanks that are not
Ooh.
very mobile.
Gwen is open.
Mine is open. I mean, if you place that, I think you should definitely pick it right now.
Cho'Gath?
No.
Okay.
No,
Mid?
that's a no for me.
Why? I don't understand why they picked this here.
Maybe mid? Question mark?
They're gonna lack damage right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is very risky Cho'Gath pick. This you could be mid, like you say, a full AP Cho'Gath. It's not terrible blind pick.
I'm not really sure if you will get in range of the Kog'Maw though.
No,
think-
you will never get in the range of the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure if the pick. I'm not really
Is that
sure
a
what
panic pick?
Well,
Victor, no, that is what they decided to pick in the top lane. Cho'Gath it is. I think Gwen would have been so much better here. She is brain dead broken right now.
Yeah, or the Vayne, like just
yeah, but
yeah.
you do have to be comfortable on a Vayne for starters.
Yeah, you can't get too
That's
cocky.
definitely true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
And the Jhin is picked. Okay. It is Jhin Galio with Kog'Maw mid. Garen, I'm guessing top lane, Volibear jungle.
I think, personally, I favor Link here. I think they're just gonna run over Leviathan.
Yeah, like, I understand that Cho'Gath isn't terrible against Garen, but I don't understand why.
I think what Cho'Gath wants to do is basically not die to the Garen. He has some
Yes.
sustain, and he just wants to hold the ground and not let Garen run over him. And then basically provide more tools in the team fights. So, yeah, I'm not really sure if he's going to accomplish anything else. I don't expect him to, be able to do anything in the 1v1. So yeah, I'm not even sure. So the thing is that TSEA Link has a lot of playmaking tools,
Sure.
which could win them the fights. If it would be a very clean front to back, maybe Leviathan can actually win. But I do feel like they do lack some of the tools. Kog'Maw has a lot of protection from his team, and Leviathan only really has the Nautilus to get on the Kog'Maw. That's never going to be enough.
Absolutely. Especially with the like you said, the protection provided by Galio, provided by, Garen, I mean, is just going to silence whoever tries to come close. Volibear, stuns. They have so many modes of initiation. 3 compared to only really two, I suppose, reliable sources of initiation in forms of a Shyvana ulti and Nautilus ulti. But there's none of that real... I don't think Cho'Gath... Of course, Cho'Gath will be a substantial frontline, you know, naturally, very, very tanky champ, but I don't think it'll be the kind of frontline you're looking for in this game.
No, I also don't think so.
It kind of lacks the tools to be proactive here.
Yeah,
You need like a threatening frontline, something like Gwen, right? She's tanky, she can frontline a bit, and she can definitely get shit done.
But she can also side lane very well, right? She can actually look for those 1v1s. I'm not sure if she actually wins from the Garen because...
no, I don't think she does actually.
Yeah,
she's more useful on teamfights though. But if I go look at the analytics, and again, I'm not sure what the top laner actually plays, but the Trundle would have been great.
I was about to suggest that, yeah.
You basically fight at the range that Garen wants to fight you, which I think always favors Trundle because it steals your AD.
Yeah, and armor, which Garen is known for having absurd amounts of that really early.
I like it.
I think also Graves would have been alright.
I'm not a personal fan of the Graves, but sure. If it works, it works. I'm more thinking, what's Shyvana top like against Garen? Because they could have just pushed the Shyvana top, taking Gwen in the jungle.
Well,
I haven't had any.
I don't think there's not enough data to look at that, but I think it kind of works similarly to Trundle, except that Garen can choose to run away, and that's kind of more difficult against Trundle.
Yeah, fair enough. The idea is, but like you said, the idea that I'm suggesting is about the same. You'd go something like a Stridebreaker build, Stridebreaker Conqueror, with the on hit from Blade of the Rune King, and then I just think Gwen is very, very good in this game.
I mean, I agree with you. I think she's very good dispatch in general. You know, anti-tank champions are a premium right now, just because everybody got tankier. And you already see her a lot in MSI, right? Basically just first pick ban, basically every game. But maybe he just doesn't play her.
It's true. It's possible, and I don't consider that to be really a problem because Gwen is. It's not like she's the most mechanically complex champion in the game. Here, let's get this song. Go to here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds until we head out into the game. Take a quick drink of water, grab some bites to eat, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do, and we'll see you guys really, really soon. I need to take a piss.
Well, rather than information. I mean, didn't Atlas play against Mid Kog'Maw? Hamra, hello? Oh shit, I'm alone. So, how you doing, chat? Let me get some gummies. Well, I'll be going, and you'll see me back in about 25 minutes.
Thank you for the analysis. Have a fantastic day, and let's get back into it, ladies and gentlemen. 20 seconds before we head into the game.
Oh, just in time. Let's go.
Mods, please remember this copy past that. No, do it yourself.
Can you stream the game again for me?
Yes, that's a thing I can do.
Awesome. Yeah, I believe Leviathan can definitely take a game here, so I'm excited.
It's just best of 5, right?
Is it? I doubt it, if I'm really honest. I think it's best of 3.
Grand
But
finals.
I
though.
mean, I don't know. Like I think like only it's not the grand finals. I think it's just they're like playing in a knockout bracket right now.
Oh, it's not.
I
grand
think I'm
finals.
not 100% sure, but that's what I
I
think.
thought it was grand finals.
I think it's quarter or maybe half finals.
Look, man,
at
I've been
most.
telling the people that it's grand finals. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay, it's the grand finals.
Semi-finals,
Best of 3
semi-finals.
Grand finals.
That's what I like to hear.
Semifinals. All right, best of 3 semifinals. We have a bit of a pause, which always fucks up the spectating. So this is gonna be great.
Why is every game jungle diff? Nah,
It just
that's league philosophy
that's
right
not
there.
it. That's the right one. Well, let's remove this. Where's it? No. What's the time controls? There we go.
Can we get some hype in the chat, guys? So 30 viewers here. Who do you guys think is gonna win this one? It's about to pop off. Oh, more pauses? What's going on?
it's just paused.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much I can do to help. But we do see here the lanes coming out. As you saw, the runes, we can check summon Airy instead of the first strike. Lethal tempo on Shyvana.
That sounds aggressive. I mean, it makes sense because I think you built Borg, so more auto attacks, more damage. I'm not really sure what the last Shyvana went. PTA, maybe?
PTA.
Or yeah, that does seem like a little bit more consistent in my opinion. But I think the reasoning is going to be they have a lot of big boys, a lot of tanks. So
Exactly.
I want to do that consistent damage, and I think Lethal Tempo will help with that.
If anyone can tell me in chat how I can close the scoreboard and then open the scoreboard back up without having to opening spectator controls, that'd be great. Because I don't know how to do that. Meanwhile, we can take a look. We got 35 viewers on the Twitch. Absolutely amazing.
For the grand finals. Do we know what the issue is? I mean, we have to
Jungler
entertain those
disconnected.
people.
He's resetting the router.
Ah, okay. So actually, it is jungle diff right here. Maybe he got so spooked that he was like, I can't play another one. The pressure is too much.
Yes. Okay. You do say that Zephyr here has a chance of taking back a game here, but I'm skeptical with this
I mean,
comp.
they have a lot of playmaking in the bot lane, so I'm hoping that the bot lane will be able to, yeah, facilitate the win. Um, and hopefully the mid laner will respect the matchup a little bit more, and just let, yeah, let his bot lane basically make the plays and carry. Um, so we're gonna have to see. I think team comp wise, there shouldn't be that much of an issue. The only thing that I don't know is how the mid lane Kokma is going to perform. I'm inclined to believe that it will be pretty good. I'm actually wondering if he's gonna go for Lianris or if he's just gonna go for Ludens, given that the
Night
team
Harvester.
Night Harvester. Wow,
I'm
that
joking.
sounds
I'm memeing. I'm
that
memeing.
sounds yeah, that sounds pretty aggressive.
He needs the Hextech rocket built mobility, bro.
I mean, honestly, that wouldn't even be crazy. I would like to
Escaping
see
out
that.
of
No one expects
range.
that. No one expects
Absolutely.
that. Dodge everything. Like Cho'Gath, broken angles right away. Sounds pretty good.
It just makes sense. Speaking of Shogath, I don't like this grasp. If you come too close to Garen, he's just gonna free trade on you. Like his move speed is crazy. Like you're not gonna land these Qs very well. I think I'd probably go for Comet just for some safety poke, but not even that does anything. Like I
I
don't
think you
like
don't want
Cho'Gath
to go
against
in that
Garen.
tree. I don't think you want to go for comment just because of the tree. You can progress with Cho'Gath Edo, so you don't
Oh,
have to
can you?
actually. Yes, so
Oh,
you
I
don't
take
have to
everything
go into
back.
his face and smack him.
I
So
take everything
I
back.
think,
Yeah.
but it's probably not like the best thing out there, but it's probably yeah the rune that works best for Cho'Gath right here. Um, so we're still waiting. We did get a message that it should be any minute now, but we're still waiting. So shows that he cannot be trusted. Yeah, another surprising thing that I see at least is that Volibear opted for PTA, which I'm personally more afraid of the what's it called? The one where you run fast.
Predator.
Predator.
The
Predator, yeah.
one where you run fast. I like it.
So as a bot laner, whenever I hear that noise, I try to run, but the Volibear is so fast. It's like you
Mm.
can't even run in time. Like he just appears on your screen, runs at you, and then you
Teleports
get
behind you.
smacked in the face. Um, PTA probably is stronger for those 1v1s, but do you really want to go for those 1v1s? In my opinion, the threat of ganking the bot or the top lane is yeah much more important. But we'll see how it goes. We've seen from the past game that he's very aggressive. Invades is really looking for those fights. So at the same time, I'm not really surprised he's going for a rune that facilitates that gameplay.
Yeah. He might be thinking that. I mean, gank setup bot is really good, so maybe he won't be worrying too much about Predator for bot lane.
That's true. Yeah.
Top lane gank potential. I mean, Cho'Gath is fucking slow,
Yeah.
and I
So
don't know. I don't know how the interaction works. If Cho'Gath silences you while you're in your queue, his like running thing, does it turn it off immediately?
very good question. I have no idea either.
Because that, I guess that could make sense, right? There's no point in being Predator, right? If he just runs at Cho'Gath, Cho'Gath screams, his entire gank is invalid. So I think when he does get these ganks, it's just going to be like a matter of securing the kills more than anything else.
Yeah,
So the
I will
PTA.
say though. So last game, Malphite had the setup right for the Shyvana to come in and
Yeah.
basically come for those ganks. This game, they don't have it. They both, yeah. Well, the Volibear has the setup, but as you've mentioned, it's not going to be really easy to use the Volibear setup unless the Juggernaut will be out of position. Um, some other good points mentioned here in the chat is that Shyvana should path the ball to cover for them as MF is the win con, in my opinion. I agree with that. I do think that the Shyvana should path the ball. And also, she wants Drakes, right? And you have a winning bot lane. Um, So yeah, I mean, I think this game they should definitely try to sneak in the Drakes instead of TSA Link, prevent them from getting the Drakes. Um,
For sure.
and the second thing he says is MF now should ward enemy blue side using mid Pario when Shyvana is bot side. Yeah, basically when they shove in their wave, they can try to get some deep vision, and that will help them to know if the Volibear is hanging top or bot side. But we'll have to see if the Volibear
Should
disagrees,
have put
and we'll
music back on.
also path bot side to look for the VVV.
TFT tiebreaker. I like it. The banter happening in the chat, in-game chat, is fun.
I mean, we could do a game of ARAM while we're waiting.
While we're waiting. No. Not a fan. I don't like ARAMs, honestly.
You don't like ARAMs? How is that possible? Tell me about it. So I don't like Earth, but that's a different thing. How do you not like ARAMs?
I don't like ARAMs because I don't get to play the champs I like to play. And I like the whole macro part of League, right? Because like I like the laning phase. I like that kind of early stuff. Because I come from Dota, so.
But do you not like at some point like to just shut off your brain and just
Then I don't play League of
rest in
Legends.
peace? Okay, that makes sense. I guess.
I'll play something like Devil May Cry
Yeah.
or Elden
sounds
Ring or
fun
something
as
like
well.
that.
Yeah, I do have that problem with Earth. That it used to be really fun, but as time passed, I got to the point where I really hate it. So random Earth feels bad because it just depends a little bit on who gets the better champion, so that doesn't feel very fun. But then normal Earth, everyone just like at some point, like the first few days are fun, and then people just pick like the most tryhard shit as possible. And I'm just sitting there like, I wonder if this champion, with this build will do well. And then I just get my ass blasted because, I don't know, they're playing like the most OP shit ever. So yeah, I basically never play that stuff anymore. But I do like Abraham every now and then, just to chill.
I'll be changing the overlay a bit.
I mean, you might as well, we have time.
Nah, because the problem with the current overlay that we use for the game, it's not modeled properly for the spectator, so it's we just have this bottom overlay and not the top part of it. Cut it in half. To show you the power of flex tape, I cut this overlay in half. And waited 12 minutes for the jungler. Jesus. Can we look at the size of Nautilus right now? Like, damn, he's big.
I was actually watching a very old clip and the
Oh,
Nautilus
shit!
looked bigger. Oh, we're starting. I hope.
Oh, I think we're starting now.
Did it freeze? Did you pause?
It does that sometimes. I have to open the score. I have to open the time board and press. Come on. Pausing fucks with this so bad. There we go.
Okay, let's go. We started.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally back. Oh my gosh, the wait is over. They fuck you, Garen. Okay, but we already have a setup for a top invade. I mean, after all that time, they're never going to guess the top invade.
I mean, I'm not really sure what this is. They're just grouping in that bush, but Garen is also guarding. Yeah. I'm not sure about this play. I don't get it.
They're just there. They're gonna fan out now for real. Okay.
So, where do you think the junglers are going to path to?
Bot side. I mean, there's not much a Shyvana can do. She's no hard CC for Garen. So, Garen can just press Q and just leave. I mean, gank setup, DL Ninja has to be able to hit the Qs, which aren't exactly the most reliable things in the world. The only thing I can imagine an effective gank thing for him would be if he silences Garen first and then does Q, so he doesn't have that speed up. But, Unreliable. I think bot lane is where you look for. Both teams have great gank setups bot lane. And then mid,
Yeah,
it's kind of 50-50.
We do see the Volibear starting bot side. I kind of do like that. Maybe he realizes that they will not win the 3v3. Instead, if he can get the Garen ahead early, that could spell disaster for the
Terrifying.
rest of the game, right? He can blow his flash to get a good gank and give Garen the kill with the ignite. And then that means that for the rest of the game, he has access to the top side of the map, trade the dragon for a
Frost
herald, and just keep expanding the lead for Garen. I do think that's a nice win at the start of the game, at least.
We'll see here. Level 2 is going to come around. Human Decoy is positioning himself in the bush already to see if he can get the grab open.
I would
Level
just
2
hook
goes
there,
for the grab.
like that. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just some simple, nice poke. Dark skills. Down in CS right now. CS, of course, very crucial on the Victor to get his quick score upgrades.
How does that work? Like, I haven't played Victor in so long.
So
Do you,
he
like,
just needs to get CS. Every one CS gives one stack of passive. The cannon minion, which he's about to miss, is 15 stacks of his passive. So they are really important to get. Or sorry, 5 stacks of his passive. I can double check that real quick.
and then you can just level
5
whichever upgrade you want, or
Yes.
how does that work? Okay, very cool.
5 stacks of his passive, not 15. And then kills give 25. Assists, sorry. Takedowns. So you can kill or an assist. So mid is a game that you want to fight around, and he just missed 2 mass CS. Oh! We saw here. Let me go
we
back
missed
here.
the gank. I mean, again, kind of like what we predicted.
Yeah.
And
We saw Hyper Bubbles got low. Ignite
he
went
just
out.
made it.
That's the damage coming in. And Jackie, and left, I think, no. All right, there you go. First Blood did go top side, and they're just going to push us out. Completely ruin Cho'Gath's lane.
Yeah, so basically he did have to push, but he wasn't able to push fast enough. That's what you usually try to do if you know that the jungler is pathing to top side. You can try to crash the wave, the third wave into the tower, and then recall, and then you're safe, right?
Yeah. No wards. I mean, what is this? What is this? Silver?
Yeah, so I mean, I think he knows that the jungler is coming. I think it was more of a thing that you try to shove the third wave into the tower as soon as possible and just prevent the gank that way. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the lane played out, but it seemed like he tried to do that and he got delayed a little bit. Perhaps
Yeah.
even
Oh,
got baited
okay, we
by
see
the
here
Dragon Bow.
initiation, but the root and taunt underneath the turret. That's the flash coming out from Human Decoy. He is pretty low. 4-shot is wasted on the minion, however, so they don't actually get it. I think Human Decoy was just barely outside of turret range there. He took like 1 turret shot and was able to walk out just enough.
Yeah, so I said that Human Deco was kind of a passive player. I take that back. I think he's been playing pretty nice and aggressively these games. I will say though, he is also a Galio player. You don't want to mess with Galio around the tower. I mean, that
For
is
sure.
very scary, very scary. Oh, we see that Cho'Gath's lane, or his wave is still in a bad spot again. And
Jackie.
I mean, I can smell the jungler right here. I can smell him.
I mean, it's so obvious. You know what's going to happen. 5 minutes in advance. DL Ninja is going to come down. This time falling to the Garen. And like we said, you get this Garen fed early. He's going to steamroll this entire game. I mean,
Yeah, so
he's gonna be
one of
unstoppable.
two things need to happen, right? Like, you need to either ask your jungler to help you, even though that means that Shyvana will clear a little bit slower,
Mr. Snapper?
or you need to respect the gank.
I don't
is this
understand
some
the
payback time?
idea.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. No,
that's
this is
okay.
the payback
Just a
time.
good steal.
Payback time, right? I mean, the Shyvana last game did some invades, and now Mr. Snapper is like, I'm gonna show you how to invade as well. Like, this is my camp now.
I am the red side jungler now.
At
Didn't give
least
any
a
of that
little
CS
bit
over.
of justice. A little bit of justice for the.
Yeah,
for
this
Cho'Gath
time he
right
won't
here.
run into the turret. And now that's Frost Joker with Kog'Maw ultimate active, a very powerful ability, which will it'll be kind of devastating this game, I think. You have a big target like Cho'Gath, hard to miss that one. Jafa is going to be fairly, frozen in Misfortune Ultimate in bullet time. Okay, we see here bot. I saw a dash coming out from the Galio. They're going to go aggressive here. Human Decoy taunted, uprooted. They didn't layer the CC properly, but Human Decoy will go down regardless. Meanwhile, Jfalo also getting hit by Jackie. Jackie isn't able to connect the kill. What the heck was that?
I think that was a 4, and then the MF died.
All right.
That's what the Jin likes to do. Yeah,
Good
very nice
number.
by the volley bear. Doesn't have the what's it called, the predator, but shows that he doesn't need predator, right? He gets those ganks off anyway because he has the setup and yeah, the correct pathing right here.
I mean, if you take a look at that, what happened there was MF was free because Jackie was like decided to back off, but going up a bit too far, and I think yeah, it looks like Jin flashed and force shotted MF right there to get the bonus execute damage.
Yeah. So going back to a point you made earlier, I do think indeed the Kokma will be very scary once he hits level 11, once he gets 2 points in his ultimate. The blue side doesn't really have sustain, so if the Kokma can just poke them down, then there's not much that they can do.
Okay.
But also these 1v1s look very scary.
Yeah, I mean, it just needs to land one of those ultis and it does crazy damage, like long range Cassidon. Well, like in terms of the damage ramp up from casting it repeatedly, so he has definitely incentivized to push him off the lane with multiple repeated casts.
We might see some action in the bot lane, I'm not really sure.
It is possible, but I think they're just going to let them walk by.
Oh, that's a bummer. That means that they might be able to clear that pink. I will say though, despite the fact that Cho'Gath got ganked twice, it looks like he is kind of holding his own, maybe even winning the lane. He's had pretty much prio the whole game. He is out of mana right now though, so
Yeah.
I would be a little bit more scared if I were
It's
him.
because it's kind of difficult for him to die from just one person, because you know Garen has no hard CC. Sorry about no replays. I'm trying to keep it as little of those as possible, because then I have to speed up everything and it looks all messy. Replay technology soon. TM.
Another very interesting thing to see is that the MF is opting to go for crit.
Okay,
Okay.
ultimate being used. Hello? Is that a misclick?
No, I think that's fine, right? He's ulting for the pressure, but I feel like it didn't pressure as much as he would have hoped to. They're basically the same
Yeah.
HP still. I think ulting to basically blow him up, make him scared to get a base would be nice, but it didn't seem to have worked really in this scenario. Frost Joker just sustaining back up.
Let me take a quick look here at the stacks. Dark Skills is currently sitting on 80 stacks of
I wonder.
Victor passive.
Okay, so I hope that the Shyvana here will threaten the dive here as soon as they hear that the Rift Herald has been taken. Yeah, they must basically punish this right now. Very good. Will
Step
show
on the
herself.
ward,
Doesn't really matter. They can take some plates. Try to equalize the gold that is about to be taken by the Rift Herald, because they will probably pop
though.
that.
Oh my.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, it's that's the Cockmaw.
So Rift Herald top lane. Oh wait, the Cho'Gath also died. So yeah, I
What?
feel like
Okay,
they're gonna.
I have to replay. I have to go back for this. You get a replay.
So
Kennedy.
you know that the Herald basically just got taken. So yeah, this is basically something that should be on your radar that this can happen. But yeah, what do you do against this, right?
Yeah, I
Also
think
tower,
like
tower disabled. Yeah.
you're worried about the dive, quote unquote, but then again, I think you're ignoring the fact that this is indeed a Volibear who could disable turrets.
Yeah, and he's now just going to probably funnel some more gold
Okay, we
into
see.
the Garen.
Snappa goes in, Chilling Smite goes out, the E lands, maybe can get one more hit in. Yep, we'll be able to take the kill. So that is pretty good.
Payback, huh? He remembers from last game. Frost Joker took the Raptors. He's like, okay, finally get some payback here.
Snappa will remember that one.
He doesn't forget. So we definitely see CS difference in the bot lane. Despite that Leviathan's bot lane is winning, they're not really able to transition that into something yet. They did pick up a Drake, first Drake though, so that's super nice for Shyvana. And despite the fact that they're a bit down in gold here,
Okay, Dark Skills should have his E transform now.
yeah, so hopefully he can stand his own a little bit more now in the matchup by basically clearing faster than a Kokma. Probably means that he still will not really win the trades, but at least he can get prio or basically farm up and move with his
Speaking of
jungler.
which, bot lane, we have an initiation that occurred. It is going to be a kill onto human decoy. No, bouncing into your teammate. That's a horrible idea. Human decoy ends his team right there.
Yeah, basically
bouncing
betrayed his ADC,
Oh,
right?
Dark Souls is dead here. Just barely.
Oh, is he gonna om nom nom nom? Cho'Gath walking up there has flash, but it doesn't even get in flash range
Yeah,
here. That's
like
so
that
sad.
line is terrible. Dark Skills, what is going on here, man? Where are your... He's on 99 per... Okay, now he got his E passive.
So yeah, this is basically what I mentioned with the Cho'Gath pick. I also didn't really like it. He's just too immobile. Will not catch up to the Kog'Maw. Basically gets kited away, and
Yeah.
not much happening here.
I think that if I do double check right here, Kog'Maw E... Okay, the slow does not scale with magic resist, but it is a 52% slow. So, certainly substantial
Exactly.
enough that doesn't really... Oh, Mrs. Snappa does have the team on his side. They do go for this Drake here in ult form. Your Q is enhanced, as well as the rest of your abilities, so she's going to try to do this very, very quickly. Ult comes out from the Volibear. Gallagher ulti comes too. Bullet time comes out, and they lose the Drake as the entire team is here. It's a 4v2 right now. Victor is in the backline, but not able to do much as 3 people go down on the side of Zephyr Leviathan. They have to end it there. The 3 for none and the loss of a Drake. That was devastating. They just did not have the coordination up. I think he wants to flash Q over the wall here.
Yeah, so we see that Leviathan had the right idea. I do think that are they gonna get this kill?
He wants to flash for it.
I would flash
Okay.
for it as well. Okay, at least the Kog'Maw flash is burned, so that's nice. So basically, they knew that the Jhin wasn't in position. They tried to make that play, but of course the Gyro can ult in, which it looks like you have an advantage. But then very quickly the tides can turn like that.
Leandri's purchased.
I think also the unfortunate thing is that Shyvana, I think, tried to ult the Volibear towards them and then kind of missed. So that's also a bit unfortunate there. I also think the bullet time wasn't
On
the
the
best
Drake,
bullet
it
time I've
missed.
seen. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty awkward because he had to cancel the bullet time pretty fast or he would be out of position.
I genuinely think that if you didn't do that bullet time, they might not have taken the Drake because the bullet time chunked Drake down quite a bit.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess since they did flip the Drake for that reason, you could say it's worth. There's still 6k behind though, but the Drake's keeping them in the game. They do have a Victor. He has good wave clear, so
What do you
I
mean
think
flip the
dispatch-
Drake?
So basically he had the bullet time, right? And
Yeah.
then Volibear was on it as well. So at that point it's a 50-50 smite battle, right? So you
But
basically
surely not, because Shyvana was like out of the pit.
Oh, okay. Right. So he just
Bullet
tried to
time is
steal the,
misfortune
like,
ultimate.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I know.
my god, he stole that entire... Oh, that's brutal.
Okay, more payback incoming for the Kog'Maw, I think.
I think Mr. Snappa is filled with a fiery vengeance. He's got bloodshot eyes.
So one thing I do really like if you hover the bot side jungle of Leviathan, all those red wards, and they're not getting scanned. So the other bot side,
Yes.
they basically have full vision. They know that the Shyvana is here,
Okay,
and they will play accordingly.
Dimako goes in, and his aggression is met with more aggression, but too much. Mr. Snappa goes down as quick as you like. Human Decoy is left in the back line, and Misfortune goes down as well. They just don't have the damage.
This is basically a vision outplay, right? They know the Shyvana is there. They see him from 2 miles away. And I think this is basically, so as a support and a jungler, you should know that, if you if you just lost a Drake,
Meanwhile?
they probably have some wards, okay?
Steel Ninja goes aggressed on by Hyper Bubbles, but Hyper Bubbles, I mean, he is Garen Gaming. He just needs to press the R button.
Boom! Again, yeah, this is Garen's 4th shot is basically his ultimate. Yeah.
Absolutely absurd. And Dark Skills doesn't have, anything.
So it looks like they will also
It's
miss.
too early for him to do any damage. Yeah.
I do feel like if they do miss the mid
And
tower
Snap
here,
is on ward.
yeah,
This deep vision is so good.
exactly, and they're not clearing it. They're not clearing the deep vision, so that should be priority from the support, but also from the jungler to basically go through your own jungle, down the scanner, and
Oh well,
clear all the
that's
block.
that's the scanner being used. But what are you gonna do, Mr. Snappa? That's not how you try to keep this alive. You're gonna have to. She's gonna have to. Yeah, ult has to ult to safety. You have no other choice. Curtain call is still available, and if they've landed the route, I'm certain Jhin would do that. It's a relatively low cooldown, and being able to get rid of a Shyvana before this dragon fight here is pretty damn good. Meanwhile, bot lane, Jflo is able to secure this turret, but will get found and murdered.
Yeah, what is the dragon timer?
Oh, I don't have objective timers on. You are so correct. My bad.
Oh, he might get out though. This team
20
is
seconds.
meeting them.
Okay,
this is
Jflo surviving that. So they are able to... Oh, no. Jackie really wants to get this right now. The old Gallia ult comes in. Curtain call is up. Shots are coming out. Human decoy is able to escape the ult, but not this Volibear. He has no chill. He's just going to keep going for it. Dark skills. Oh my god, sorry for that burp, but...
Kite. Okay, shut down. So Victor being one of the better champions to get that shutdown on, but
Mr. Snap is about to die here.
also
Garen
massive
ulti.
Drake.
That's freer than free. They got paid to take that Drake, basically. But DL Ninja, what are you doing, my guy? Dude, this isn't TFT. You're not Colossus. You're not immune to this CC. DL Ninja is getting down Frostjoker. The damage from his ultimate stacking up, and that's a Cho'Gath down.
Oh, can MF get a kill? Oh,
No,
that's so
misses the...
sad.
Oh,
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but
minions!
MF takes it.
Oh, let's go back in time here.
Perfect bullet time.
See here, DL Ninja gets taken down. One more shot. I think one... Yeah, look at that little blue guy.
Oh, that main is MVP this game.
Minion MVP shutdown. I mean, 2 shutdowns going to the side. Human decoy.
Ooh, I do like the flash though. Knowledge hooks, you never know. Sometimes they curve around the corner and still grab you. So yeah, better safe than sorry.
Scoreboard is stuck. No, scoreboard's fine. 1 death for Victor. He did relatively well staying alive in this early game. And for his first death, that wasn't too bad. I mean, you traded for a massive bounty.
So sadly enough, Shyvana also does have like no Drakes, despite having bot prio. And they're on soul point again, and at this point they're so far behind that I don't think they're gonna be able to contest that Drake. So the only thing that they can do basically is steal the Drake. So hopefully we'll see some epic steals here, and yeah, at this point you can just wave clear and hope that the enemy makes mistakes. That's basically the state that we're in right now, which is not a state you want to be in, but okay.
Give me that ward, damn you! Blows the ultimate on East Goblin. East Goblin could be caught here. DL Ninja, they're not going to go for it. The flash does come out. Demonko is low, unable to escape. Human decoy using his body as a shield and a weapon to keep him in place. Meanwhile, top lane, I didn't even see that. I was too distracted, but Shyvana does go down to Jackie and Hyper Bubbles, trying to protect this turret. It will go down, but Jflo kind of fucks it up. The Hex Flash over the wall. This is actually pretty big. They could get some 2 kills, maybe. They at least get the shutdown onto Volibear, and that's 3 shutdowns in a row now for this misfortune. It is a good day to be her.
Yeah, so basically Leviathan is showing that they're not out. Very nice collapse all around. Showing basically TSEA Link that they're still willing to play. They haven't given up.
Oh my god, this damage! Bullet time comes out, but that keeps you still, and if he'd not canceled that earlier, that'd be a dead JFA.
Yeah, maybe he assumed that the Nautilus was going to hit some CC.
Oh my god.
Therefore channeled her ultimate, but it's all good. Like, this delays the game, and that's exactly the position that you want to be in. Again,
Absolutely.
you're gonna have to hope that the game goes on for a bit longer, and the Shyvana will steal a few objectives here and there, and then maybe you can have a sick turnaround. So that's
I'm gonna peep the horror. You want to see? You want to peep the horror? Let's peep the horror right after this. Human decoy. Nautilus hook misses.
Oh.
Unlucky. Will probably go down along with his turret. Jfalo has to back off here. The cogwall damage is too high. DL Ninja flashes, bites him. Dark skills. That's death.
Nom 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 nom. Oh, and at the other side, like the Garen also presses R. So yeah, this game definitely the game of like big ultimates or big damage. Fourth shot, Garen ultimate, Cho'Gath ultimate.
Don't worry, we'll get rid of this guy.
Oh, they keep on
Okay.
fighting. Could the toss
Oh,
going
shit.
out? I don't see anything, but he's shooting, and yeah, the Garen.
I'm sorry,
Smacks
we have to
one
go
too.
deal with someone in chat trying to scam people. Don't worry about it. But we're back here. We see the fight comes out with a root onto the Cho'Gath, and soon that's landed. You know, the curtain call comes out, and huge damage. They've secured themselves everything they need for the time being. It's 2 minutes until Drake, but Baron is open now. Jfro is playing really aggressive here. What the heck?
I think at this stage you have to, because like if you play too passive from now on, then yeah, you have to look for those shutdowns, for those comebacks. Right now is the moment to shine. So I'm gonna look for TSEA Link if they're gonna maybe drop a dragon and then do the Baron instead, or if they're just gonna say, okay, we just want that soul.
I don't
It
know.
is of course Infernal,
What
so
division?
with Frost Joker, that's gonna be insane. Yeah, the division. I'm a bit sad actually that okay, there we go, but he misses the ward in the mid lane. A bit sad that they don't try to clear as much vision in their jungle.
Oh my
At
god,
this point,
oh, they just barely at the end of it. They're able to see it
Wow.
and get the kill. Attack speed from the Kraken Slayer is enough to secure that ward. There is still one ward that did spot the Shyvana, and you're using these sweepers but missing that one guy. Jackie, a human decoy using that blast cone fairly aggressively is able to Q himself out of there. They're kind of split now. Hyper Bubbles is knocked
I
up.
think we're gonna see a fight.
I mean, we shouldn't. There isn't very fightable. They're way too spread apart. And Snappa is way too far ahead. Ult will have to come out here, but is rooted. Bullet time comes out. Does have to flash away, though, because the ulti coming in from the Volibear. But the damage is out. Heal from the Redemption will come through.
Oh,
Knock up
Volibear is
onto
so
Snappa.
tanky.
Snappa is down. Human Decoy is low. Curtain Call comes out, and everyone is low. Price is so low, you want to... I forget
so
what it
close.
goes. Price is
Yeah,
so low.
so the jungler is dead. They can go for the objective right now. They could even go for Baron. I'm personally, a big fan of just going for the Baron instead, because that kind of like finishes the game. While, basically the Drake extends the game for another 5 minutes. But they go for the more safe play. I respect that. This one is in the bag, and with Frost Joker, it's gonna wreck some pain. The Infernal is gonna do some
Yeah.
massive damage with that ultimate now. The poke is
Incredibly
going to hurt.
impactful.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Okay, I think we have enough time to peep the horror.
Let's do it.
1 second of lethal tempo uptime.
Yeah, you're doing him dirty, man.
Oh
You're doing him
man,
dirty.
we peeped the horror, guys. I'm sorry, but I had to check.
So
I think that was a mistake of picking that rune, man. Conqueror would have
Yeah.
been so much better, even if it has been nerfed. Like,
Despite farming the whole game, she doesn't have a second item finish, and Volibear has 3 items.
yeah.
And they have the same TF. so
And
that's
you're
the
about to
thing.
get... Well, you almost got sandwiched in there between the volley, but the blast cone from the fire to rain
Bot lane.
bot lane. Kill does come out, and Darkseals is starting to do some damage in these fights here. Huge
Okay,
shutdown
massive
on the
shutdown.
Garen. They're
Can
going to
they
keep
catch up
running
with the
here. The
bot now?
flash comes out. Frost Joker takes some heavy damage. The stun comes out. Darkseals needs to land one more E, or the Q works as well, and will run away from here safe and sound. Human Decoy...
Meanwhile, the Baron.
I have to check that. Oh my god, everything's happening. Everything all at once. I mean, Jfalo does have bullet time, so This
I think
isn't
it's too
safe.
risky.
Uh-oh.
They're
Flash
just
Q.
waiting.
Yeah, no. J-Flow needs to
I
run
know.
for his life right here. Bullet time, maybe?
Yeah,
if he
try
had,
to
if he
take
had,
off
I think,
one,
Collector
but,
there, you probably would have just bullet time to see if you can get a kill onto East Goblin with the execute.
yeah, now the Baron is up for grabs, but you know, all in all, they're still trading some shutdowns for some kills here and there. It's still the best outcome for Leviathan. Of course, like I said, like an objective steal would be massive, but you see TSEA Link scouting the Shyvana very well. They're not gonna risk the steal, but maybe they can get some kills here.
Oh, I mean, it's certainly possible. The flash comes in. What? Who smited that? Mr. Snapper didn't smite. Shyvana didn't smite the Drake. The Baron.
Dead. He's dead. He was in the base. He was dead.
Is it the base? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, they killed him a few minutes ago. It doesn't matter. That's all fine.
my brain just saw. I looked at the smites and I saw that. Well,
They did have
Jackie
a
missed the
Cho'Gath,
smite
though.
entirely.
They did have a Cho'Gath though, so potentially Cho'Gath could have stolen it with
Yeah.
his feast.
Mr. Snapper, you're a bit too late to the objective, my guy. Oh, if that killed him there, that would have been so funny.
I think he just died at the exact same spot. He just died. Went
Yeah.
back there and died again.
This could have been the moment. You're right, Kennedy. This could have been the moment that they turned everything around back into their favor, but in the end, they weren't able to pull it out.
Yeah,
Pun
so we see
intended.
that Victor is getting a bit strong, but yeah, the Cho'Gath and the Shyvana are just basically lacking the resistances. So basically, they melt faster than the Victor can kill the front line of TSEA Link.
True, and I mean, look at that. That's 2 spells. Human decoy.
Yeah, this is the level 16 even now. Kokma is fully online. He will just ass blast his ultimate every 2 seconds.
But in a fit of irony, no kills.
I mean, he doesn't need kills, right? Just make them low. They have to go to the base.
Oh
And,
my god, look at this huge initiation. Jackie just running in there. The knockup goes onto Snappa. He is unstoppable during his ultimate though, but decides to go back in. Ultimate comes out from the Volibear, disables
yeah,
everything, and reinitiation, the damage, AoE coming in from everybody, and the team fight is over. Dark Skills is the only one left alive, and the force shot coming from Jin 4, and down you go. Ladies and
lots of
gentlemen,
big damages.
this best of 3 has been ended in 2 games flat. Your victors are One Tricks from TSEA Link.
Yeah, clearly showing that they're the better team here. Yeah, they had 2 very dominant games, and I hope that our analyst Cedrada will explain a little bit more about how they dominated this game. What was the deal maker here?
So starting at the Cho'Gath versus the Garen, it looked pretty good. Cho'Gath pushing Garen in, actually getting a CS advantage. But he basically did this twice, got killed twice, and got put so far behind that he got put into an unrecoverable position. And this could have been prevented if they had another jungle. Because Shyvana wants to farm, but top lane needed cover, to fully push out the lane. But so it's kind of like a conflict of interest, One wants to dominate the lane, one wants to farm passively in the jungle.
Absolutely.
So that was unfortunate. But also, the Shyvana, I don't think she played correctly. Given the focus from Volibear on top lane, I think Leviathan could have secured Drake way earlier, especially given the fact that they had Prio from bot lane. So when Shyvana was running around on Raptors, I believe, at level 4, I think he should have just run straight to the dragon and just taken that.
Yeah, I think definitely the jungle pick wasn't good, and I mean we peeped the horror as I showed everyone. 1 second uptime on that rune. It doesn't go well with the way that Shyvana is played. As you said, she needed to do way more gankings than Mr. Snappa. He just couldn't find the ganks he needed. I think maybe here you go for something like a Xin Zhao, pretty decent.
Basically, So you either give something safer to top side, something that can really fully push out the waves, and be safer because Cho'Gath just isn't it. He cannot get out once he's that deep. Or you take a jungle which ganks more and farms a little bit less.
I'm just thinking Xin Zhao because also would have been helpful with breaking this protect comp that One Tricks was running. You know, he jumps in onto Kog'Maw or onto Jhin, presses his ulti, and just opens up a path to destroy.
I'll
Some
one
would
up
say.
you. I think Jarvan does that job maybe a little bit better, especially
Yeah.
when you have Misfortune.
Absolutely,
but,
that is a
both
combo.
are really nice.
One big issue, which we noticed in the viewing room, is that Leviathan was kind of lacking in damage after the Cho'Gath pick.
Mm.
So we had Misfortune and Victor. Then on the other team you had three tanks. So you had a Galio, a Volibear, and a Garen, all very beefy. Who's going to kill them, right? So you saw that Siobhan tried to adapt with the Blades of the Room King, which was kind of, I don't think, very good. I think she should have went full tank anyway. But even then, I don't think it's enough to just burn through the front line. I think that's why he also chose that rune, thinking that maybe he was the damage that they were lacking.
I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit here. Not that I completely disagree with your statement, you are right, but I do feel like this game is not really representative because their front line was so fat. I mean, obviously they're not gonna get through it. Otherwise, I think they have a Misfortune built crit as well. So I feel like with the Victor as well, they should have had enough DPS definitely to team fight correctly. But yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
not-
of course you're right. If the enemy tanks are ahead or accelerated into the tank items, it becomes of course very difficult to kill them, especially in this patch where things are even beefier. But having the correct tools to begin with helps. But like I said, of course, playing being less behind also also kind of helps.
Yeah, I mean, it comes back to that early game just not being there on the side of Zephyr Leviathan. They just not enough jungle gangs happening. Bot lane did do a lot, but they were unable to secure, despite their aggression, they were unable to really secure kills. I think this Galio pick was really, really strong with stopping anything that they tried to initiate. So, I mean, very well drafted. I think draft did favor the One Tricks. However, it wasn't completely, one-sided. I think Leviathan could have pulled something out, but like as you said, as we have all said, really, they just weren't able to get the leads that they needed, and their damage fell off hard.
I think it just came down to jungle interaction. I think that if Cho'Gath communicates sooner to the jungle that he needs him there, when that wave crashes or freezes just before the turret, or just to cover him to allow him to push it in so that he can back, then I don't think he dies that much, and I don't think that Garen and Volibear get advantages, which basically allow them to take over the game from that point.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, ward your bushes when you play top lane. You probably would have seen that gank a bit earlier. Maybe you would have been able to escape on time, but alas, both times it was the top bush was not warded. And yeah, out of it comes a loss for Leviathan and a victory for One Tricks TSEA. They are able to advance to the grand finals. This was the semifinals. And congratulations to them. And thank you for everyone who's watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. Remember to follow the Zephyr Twitch channel for more content. There might be other tournaments and all this other stuff. And if you liked my casting, I will be casting most tournaments that are here. Or you could go to twitch.tv/the_Benumeister to watch me there while I cast my own games, play my own games, and do all sorts of stuff. Emre, is there anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
And Mr. Analyst Man?
Yeah, not much to add. Be sure to tune in next time when Zephyr plays again.
I don't know, man. Well, once again, thank you all very, very much and have a fantastic night. We'll see you again.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Sure.
Drop it.